All right, today we got a Honda Prelude day. We're going to talk about 1 year ownership of this 1999 Honda Prelude, and also we're going to take it to the body shop because I finally have the side skirts. We're going to make sure they fit right before I leave it with them for them to prep and paint. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the channel. As I was saying, 1 year of ownership. Easy date to remember. It was May 4th, 2024. So May the 4th be with you. And I do remember that day that I bought it, going into a restaurant, and it was all Star Wars themed. So yeah, if you guys are Star Wars fans. Background on the Honda Prelude. Again, it's a 1999. I live out here in the Bay Area, California. I bought the car out of Oregon, a small town just south of Portland. I flew out that Saturday from the Bay Area early in the morning, and I drove the Prelude all the way back to California, to the Bay Area. It was actually a lot of fun. It was so cool to just fly out there and then drive the Prelude through Oregon, through Northern California. I saw snow while I was up there, which was crazy. I thought I needed chains or something like that, and it was May, which was crazy. But yeah, the car gave me no problems at all on the drive. It was smooth. Used the cruise control. Very nice. The only thing is that I had a stock CD player, or the stock radio I should say, and I brought some CDs knowing that I had the stock radio, and then I was only able to play like maybe 3 tracks off of one CD, and then that was it. It wouldn't work at all. So I stopped by a Best Buy and bought myself a little Bluetooth speaker because I needed music. I needed music the whole way. So that was pretty clutch, and no sales tax in Oregon, so that was pretty cool as well. But yeah, other than the radio, it didn't give me any trouble at all throughout the drive. When I got back to the Bay Area, as soon as I could, after all the DMV work and stuff like that, I had my friends who work on mostly Hondas, especially NSX. Had them go through the car, make sure everything was good. Everything was pretty much good, except for at one point when I was driving, I remember I was driving back from a car meet in Redwood City, and then all of a sudden clutch started getting looser and looser to the point where I was almost hitting the floor. And then finally, when I got off the freeway, about 20 minutes before getting home, it finally went all the way down to the floor, and it wouldn't work. So I had to get it towed, and then sure enough, yeah, it was the master slave clutch. I had those two things fixed, or replaced I should say, and I also added the steel braided cable as well. So that's all sorted out. That's actually the only thing, knock on wood. I know they say there's like that Prelude curse. Uh-oh, here's a cop. There's a Brentwood City police, and I'm like, I'm gonna turn because they look like the type that they're just stopping people just because, you know, maybe they need to hit quota or something like that. And I have a Japanese front license plate right now, so yeah, I don't need that right now. I don't need a ticket, so no one needs one ever. You know what I mean? Check out this 86. I'm trying to avoid bumping into the police going on these back roads, but I don't completely know where I'm going. So anyways, that's besides the point. All right, cool. I think I avoided them. I'm on the main street again. Anyways, did oil changes and filters, things of that nature. Basically just regular maintenance. And then cosmetic things, right? I got the front lip, got the rear lip. When I got the whole kit, actually only the front lip fit well from Duraflex, so I don't recommend them. The front lip worked, but the rest didn't, so I had to get the rear lip, I think off of Amazon, and it looks great. And then I got just recently from Basin, well, that's what I have in the trunk right now. I have the Basin side skirts that we're gonna test fit today to make sure that fits nicely before they prep and paint, or if I have to return it or exchange it or whatever. And then what else? Oh yeah, you know how I said the radio was messed up? I really wanted to keep the stock radio because of the look and keep it like OEM as much as possible. The car OEM Plus is the look I thought I was going for, or I think I'm going for. We'll see. So I had that changed to something to this Kenwood that at least looks period correct, if that makes sense, even though it doesn't have a CD player. The other thing is I had the shift knob changed. I changed the shift knob, and because the other one was already starting to kind of like look bad and feel bad too, so I have that changed. And then one of the mirrors, the side mirrors was broken, and I didn't realize that until I got home, that it just had electrical tape around it. So I had that changed. Windows tinted, it's already ceramic coated, but I did have it like a slight paint correction on it, nothing too crazy. I did not I wouldn't say daily commute it, because I work only 4 days a week, but I was taking it to work 3 days a week for a few months. Did great as a commuter, but gas wise, I mean, it's high octane, and the prices here in Northern California or the Bay Area are not that great. And also, I felt bad putting a lot of miles, those 3 days a week at 120 miles per day. So it was rough for those few months. And I know some people are like, hey, drive it, you know, but for me, like, I wanted to still keep it somewhat low miles because I bought it with 60,000 miles, and right now I'm at 74,000 miles. So within a year, yeah, 14,000 miles. Anyways, here we are. We're gonna give it a quick test fit. Let's see how it is. All right, so here we have it. I wish, well, I could probably show you guys the other side skirt. I still have it. I'm gonna try to sell it, but this is way better. Oh, I wasn't even in frame, but this is way better material than the other one. The other one was almost like a plexiglass or something like that, and it was huge compared to this one, which wouldn't, I don't think it'd fit the look. Stock side skirt, if you even want to call it that. So it kind of looks okay. You see how much this one drops compared to that. Well, no, actually, that's not a good comparison. Right here in the front, maybe. The only thing I think that's keeping it from looking too awkward right now is the mud flap, but that's going to come off. And yeah, the new side skirt will definitely give it more of a complete look as far as the whole lip kit.
Okay. You obviously are losing your mud flaps again.
For sure, yeah. Good.
Cool. Yeah, I think you're safe with these.
Nice. All right, we test fitted it with Casey. Casey has confidence that it'll work this time. Yeah, especially compared to the last one I brought him, that one was like, yeah, you need to put in a lot of custom work into that. Not worth it. This one should be smooth sailing. As far as like future, when I got the car, actually, I should start back. When I was first looking for Preludes, I was expecting to get something that is like clapped out, something that probably had a lot of things done to it, and I was just gonna kind of work off that. Meaning, like, if it already had like a kit, I would just make sure it has a really good kit on it. And if it had wheels, I was gonna get better wheels. If it was lowered, I was gonna bag it, you know, things like that. So if it needed paint, I was gonna, you know, wrap it or paint it or something. But when I came across this example with 60,000 miles, 1999 Type SH, or Type as some would say, and like in great condition, I pretty much kind of decided to just go more of the OEM Plus look. Although now, after a year of owning it and knowing that this is a keeper, a car that I've wanted ever since I was in high school, back in 1999 when it was brand new, I am now thinking, like, you know what, like, if I get some non-OEM wheels, that's fine, because it's my car now. Like, it's I get to do what I want with it, and it's a keeper. I'm not trying to really resell it or anything like that. So yeah, wheels in the future plan. I was thinking BBS LM, maybe some works. I don't know what's gonna fit this. Also, bagging it, I think I'd rather have that than just have it lowered. I don't want to have to constantly watch out about where I'm driving, my driveway or things like that. So I think bagging it would be better than lowering it. And then the seats are in great condition, but I've always dreamed of having some Recaros, and I've never had any Recaros. I don't want Recaros in my Alfa Romeo. I definitely don't want Recaros in the Tesla. Like, come on, man. The Prelude's got to have Recaros. So I'm thinking that as well. Not 100% sure I want to do steering wheel, because I mean, this thing is nostalgic as hell, right? And this is what I'm grabbing onto and holding onto every time I drive it. Not sure if that's something I want to do, but maybe. Oh, exhaust. For a couple reasons. One, the stock exhaust, you can see some rust on it. And also, I wanted to have a nice little deeper sound, especially since it's not a daily driver. I figure if I'm doing exhaust, I might as well also do intake and exhaust manifold or headers. That's a list. That is quite a list of things I want to do to the car. Maybe a short shifter if they have one for this, or at least change the cables to something. I don't know, something to make the shifting feel a little bit better. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna do a compilation video of everything I've done to the car, but I think I'm gonna save that till when I get the other things done. So like for example, wheels and bagging it, exhaust, intake, things like that. So look out for that in the future. But that's gonna be it. Hit me up if you have any questions or any suggestions as well for my Prelude, my 99 Prelude Type SH. Anyways, that's gonna do it. Talk to y'all later.